Hello, folks. It's been a minute. Hope you guys are having a great, blessed day, blessed weekend. Hope you guys' work week went really well. Um, yeah, I have not made a video in a while, and I have my own reasons for that. Um, a lot of stuff has been taking place and happening in the world, in our own country, and I'm not gonna get into the politics and stuff. My channel's not for that. So, but I definitely wanted to make a video and just kind of share my views and my thoughts on some of the stuff that's currently taking place. And so, hence you've seen the title, just speaking out on things, especially when, you know, I understand. Look, we have rules in place and all that, and this and that, and um, for a reason. However, sometimes how people go about them, it's not always the right way. So, might be a little bit of an emotional video, whatever. But I'm gonna try to stay on topic and without ranting too much. So, apologies up front. So if my thoughts seem to be here and there, I forewarned. So anyways, I will keep it, keep it good. So as far as like language anyway. So I had to write some stuff down, otherwise this, like I said, my brain could go all over the place, and I didn't want to do that, and wanted to try to just kind of stay on task with what I wanted to say. Okay. So, kind of touching on some of the stuff that's been happening, this week. We got a new president, as many of you know. Unless you've been under a rock, then okay, or don't read or watch TV or read or whatever. But anyways, we have a new president, and he took office on Monday, and he definitely made his presence known to the world, not just to us, but definitely to the world, and made some decisions that he thought would better our country. And whether you voted for him or whether you didn't, he made some decisions, and a lot of those decisions were things that definitely he acted on quickly and swiftly, and as a result, many people have been affected by that. And my heart goes out to all those folks that it has affected in a negative way. I remember growing up and, being in history class, and I couldn't tell you the first history lesson that I got, but I've always been fascinated with history and how things, are on record. You can go by and go to the library, and I don't really know what they teach in the classrooms nowadays, but I can promise you some years from now, this week's events will definitely be in there. And so I remember, the history class, one of the things you learn about is like laws and, the Constitution and, Bill of Rights, all that stuff. But then you also hear about laws around, the other countries that are in the world. And you learn about, like, whether or not some of them are similar to ours or the differences. You find out the differences and stuff. So, but there's all all different types of categories of, her history, world history, all that stuff. Um, one of the things that I used to find myself kind of submerging my brain in was the time periods when certain things took place, um, how long certain things lasted, you know, pertaining to, like, I'll just say one of the things that I would read about, obviously in class, was taught about war, how long certain wars lasted. What was this reason why they had a war? What was the reason the war started? And, that was all over the world, literally. And you can go all the way back as far in history as much as you want, to the point where even in like the biblical times, when wars would break out, mainly because of disagreements. And that's usually where it would start. Disagreements and, insults, and then, accusations. And as a result, oh, this person, they did this, that went too far. And then, a fight. Hence when you've seen two people get into a fight, there's a reason why. What is the reason? Usually it's because somebody said something that insulted the other, and then rather than talk it out and figure like, hey, maybe it was a misunderstanding. But some folks, they don't care. If you said something to them and they felt was out of pocket, they want to fight right then and there. Or they'll just fight you right then and there without even saying anything. Hence what they call them, like a person gets sucker punched, And then I've seen situations where a person gets sucker punched and they didn't even say anything to the individual. Oh, I thought you said this. Well, it doesn't matter now. You didn't just hit me. For what? For what? That you thought I said something? That you thought I did something? So, pertaining to like some of those history lessons, you'd find out later that certain wars that started, were based off of lies. And then, folks going to war lose their lives based off of a lie. Well, it's too late now because all those people lost their lives. For what? Based off of a lie? It makes no sense. So, I definitely don't believe in talking about politics at work, because everybody has their own views, their own, stances on it. And, I choose to definitely not partake. Obviously, you want to listen to what's going on around you, but I definitely do not partake in those types of discussions. And because usually a lot of times it's not going to end well. Like I said, usually it comes down to, like, if somebody doesn't agree, then there's an argument, and then, so things can get out of hand pretty quickly. So it's not worth it. A big thing that's kind of been, definitely talked about is the whole, like, immigration thing that, our president has been, Mr. Trump has been talking about, and that he talked about even when he was in office, his first term. So, the country's already divided as it is, and a lot of it comes down to beliefs. You believe what you want, you side with whoever you want. For me, I'm more of a person who looks at, like, everybody should treat everybody, nicely. That's just what it comes down to. And unfortunately, that is not how the world works. So, you have to be mindful of that. And I made a video a long time ago talking about, not everybody always has the best intentions for each other. And a lot of times, people with good hearts get taken advantage of. And I have a feeling that a lot of that is going to be happening. I just put my opinion out there, but I feel like a lot of stuff is going to start coming down the pipeline over the next couple of years, maybe even 3 years, whatever. and I don't think any of it will be good. So, you know, I don't know if you guys are religious out there, but for religious ones, you know, definitely continue your prayers. And you know, I know a lot of us probably have friends and family members or whatever that are being affected by all this stuff that's going on currently. But you know, for the most part, everybody knows me that knows me. I'm a very positive person to a certain degree, because it's a choice of mine. However, there are times when sometimes you have to just kind of face reality. And the reality of the situation right now is that our country is not in a good place, with so much division in it. A term that I would hear a lot growing up, you know, and this was from adults. So I'm as a kid when I hear this, but they would say like, I never thought I would see the day. I never thought I would see the day this happened or whatever. For me right now, this is that time. I never thought I would see the day where something like this would be happening. A big movie lover, you see certain things acted out on the screen, but actually to be living it, it's one of those things. And then also too, I would hear people say like, well, you know, that's probably going to happen at some point. Yeah, but I didn't think it was going to be while I was around anytime soon. You know, I guess I would say the severity of it. I didn't think some of the stuff that's been playing out this week, I didn't think it would actually play out the way it's been playing. But then again, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I don't agree with some of the methods. I don't. And the reason I say that is because this whole country was built on, you know, people who weren't immigrants, who helped build this country up. And if you were to tell me that, you know, they're helping build this country and then essentially pretty much not really acknowledged for the work that they helped put in to build this place, you know, supposedly America's supposed to be great, but, you know, and I do appreciate all the freedoms that come with it, but however, sometimes there are things that I just do not agree with, you know. And then I'm pretty sure if you were to look at a lot of people's family trees in this country, you know, you would find out that many of their relatives were probably immigrants at one point, you know, and they helped put this country together. But yet, you know, a lot of them are being punished currently. And to me, it's not right. So, folks out there, you got friends, you got family being affected by all this stuff going on, you know, prayers for all you guys. And I just hope all this stuff, you know, gets resolved sooner rather than later. And, you know, I had really main reasons why I didn't make any videos lately was just because it's like I was paying attention to all the stuff that was going on. Definitely do your research on all these little executive orders that have been getting put out there, because I got to do my own research on it. And just because it's like some of the things that I've seen playing out. I will say this, social media is definitely a helpful tool while this stuff is going on, because you can see it. The thing about it is like people, you don't forget what you see. And as my brother says, you can't unsee it. So the stuff that's playing out, you know, and if it's wrong, definitely speak out on it, call out on it. You know, because the thing about it is, you know, injustices, just don't ignore it. Just don't ignore it. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and cut this video short. I'm going to go home. I had stuff to do at home. So, anyways, I hope you guys have a great, blessed weekend. And for all you sports lovers out there, football conference championships tomorrow. You got Kansas City versus the Buffalo Bills. And then you also, for the AFC Championship game, anyone who cares. And then for the NFC, you have the Washington Commanders versus the Philadelphia Eagles. So, should be some good matchups. And looking forward to seeing who's going to be able to represent in the Super Bowl. So, have a blessed weekend. And I might make something later. No promises, but I just definitely wanted to make something today and really get that out there. And just kind of share with you guys my thoughts on what is currently happening. So stay safe. Love your friends, family and friends, and any religious folks out there. Definitely keep saying those prayers. Keep praying up everyone, and I'll keep my prayers going as well. So stay safe, folks, and until the next video, I'll talk to you later. Take care. Peace.